Welcome back, guys. We will see some more concept in the abstract class. So the question number 1, can we extend more than one abstract class? Answer is equal to no. This was possible. This was possible in case of interface. We were able to implement more than one interface, whereas in case of abstract class we cannot extend more than one. This is like inheritance concept, so you cannot extend here person a comma a. This is not allowed. Okay, so you cannot extend more than one class, which is not allowed. But in case of interface you can implement more than one interface by using comma separated value, which we have seen that. So why so? The reason you can see that here, because these classes are incomplete class. They have abstract methods and no body. So if Java allows you to create object of this class, okay, sorry, this is the different questions. Why can't we create the object of abstract class? Okay, so why can't we create? What is the reason? Because the reason is this all abstract class will not have only implemented methods. It has abstract method also. So let's say if Java allow you to create also and you don't have actual implementations for the method, what you will call, right? You will be end up of calling a method which has no implementations. That is the reason Java will not allow you to create the object of abstract class. Can we create constructor in the abstract class? Answer is equal to yes, which I have shown you. Yes, we can do that. Okay, so you can look at here, you have abstract class which has two variables. Anyways, we have seen that this and this is initialized by your constructor, right? You know that this keyword is used to differentiate between your class variable and your local variable. So whenever your local variable and class variable has the same name and you want to differentiate between class and local, you can go ahead with the this keyword, which we have seen that. In fact, in the abstract class you can write default also and parameterized also. So when you write default and parameterized, both are perfectly fine in case of abstract class. Now what is the difference between abstracts and interface? We'll see that one by one, and then we'll see some example also. So you can go through once. This I've already covered. You can see that abstract class can have abstract and non-abstract method. Interface can have only abstract method. Since Java 8, it can have default and static method also. Okay, abstract class does not support multiple inheritance, whereas this guy support multiple. We can implement more than one classes. This guy can have final, non-final, static, non-static. This guy can have only static, final. There is no scope of other variables. Abstract class can provide the implementations of interface. Okay, interface cannot provide the implementations of abstract class. This we'll see that with the example. The abstract keyword is used to declare abstract class. The interface keyword is used to declare the interface. Abstract class can extend another Java class and implement multiple Java interfaces. So the abstract class can also actually implement other interfaces, which we'll see that with the example. Interface can extend another Java interface only. This interface cannot uh, extend abstract, whereas abstract can implement multiple Java interface. We'll see that how this is possible. Abstract class can be extended using the keyword extends, whereas this guy can be implements using the keyword implements. A Java abstract class can have members like private, protected, etc. You have seen that, right? In abstracts method, when we write method access is equal to public, then only it becomes public. Otherwise it will be default. It can be protected, it can be private, but members of Java interface by default public. I have shown you, right? But now recently in Java 9 we have came up with where we can make method is equal to private also. This is the example. You can see that this you have abstract keyword here. Here you have interface keyword, right? And you have same method with no access type. Still by default access will be public. Here the access type is equal to public. You have to write when you want public, you need to write this public keyword. Now let's see some more point, abstract class compared to interface. So what is the other point came to the picture? This you can go through it. Okay, this is just a notes I have prepared for you, and I'll just read out. Abstract class are similar to interface. You cannot create the object of both. Okay, they may contain a mix of method declared with or without implementations in this abstract class. However, with abstract class, you can declare a field that are non-static and final, which I have already mentioned, and define public, protected and private concrete methods. This is in the abstract class till now. With interface, all the fields are automatically public, I told already, static and final. All the methods that are declared or defined are public. In addition, you can extend only one class. So actually in abstract, you can extend only one class whether or not it is abstract, whereas you can implement any number of interface. So you can implement any number of interface, but you can actually extend only one class. So which should we use, abstract class or interface, right? Like when you should use what? So consider using abstract class if any of these statements apply to your situations. Okay, one, you want to share code among several closely related classes, you go for abstract class. Okay, you expect that the class that extends your abstract class have many common methods or fields or require access modifier other than public, such as protected and private. Go for this. So you know that like your class can have the fields which is common across the classes, and that is not necessarily should be only public. It can be other access type also, protected, default. Go for abstract class, right? If you want to declare non-static and non-static and non-final fields, so let's say you have a requirement where you don't need only final fields, you need non-final fields also, because interface members are by default final, right? Go for abstract class. Now when you should go for interface, you expect that unrelated classes would implement your interface. Okay, for example, the interface comparable, clonable are the implemented by many unrelated classes. So this comparable and clonable, we'll see that later. Here you try to understand. So go for the interface when you don't know who are the consumer of your interface, who are going to implement your class, when you don't know. Second thing is, uh, you want to specify the behavior of particular data type, but not concerned about who implements its behavior, right? You go for interface because you are not care for who is going to implement this, what he is going to write. Let them write whatever he wants to write, right? You just provide the method, run method. Now it's up to you how do you write the implementations of run method. You go for interface. Third thing is, when you want to take the advantage of multiple inheritance, go for interface, right? Go for interface. Fourth point, when you want only final variables, go for interface. Fifth point, when you want your all the members by default public, go for interface. Okay, so this is the difference you can consider. This is a very important interview point. People can ask you, you can tell these points and you can clear the interview. Okay, generally people will not be able to tell, they will tell only one line. Abstract means we can write implemented, non-implemented. Interface means we can write only non-implemented. So that is not only the right answer. Okay, you have to tell all these points, then only you can clear the interview. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this. In next video we'll see some more example of abstract and interface class.